Okay, so with the popularity of WordPress overall, not just within our library system, there have been lots more upgrades coming, a lot more security upgrades and functionality upgrades to WordPress core, which back when we had 3 or 5 libraries wasn't too bad. Now, pretty much everybody is doing WordPress. So we had to, at one point, they came out with a WordPress core upgrade, and then the very next week they came out with another one. So I began thrashing a lot doing these upgrades. And we ran into some interesting things with people that have done customization, changed some cascading style sheet stuff, some colors and fonts, or changed themes completely. So we were pretty much needed to actually do our support policy. Instead of it being in Donovan and my head, we need to get it down on paper. So here's what we came up with. Because one of the major things you liked to move to WordPress was that you didn't have to worry about upgrading. We would do it for you. So we're going to do that. We're going to take responsibility for updating the WordPress core and what we're calling the supported themes and supported plugins. We'll cover what supported themes and plugins are in a little bit. What we did have some issues with some of the older themes that as they upgraded the core to newer and newer functionality, the theme stopped working. Sometimes it stopped working only on the back end, so your users were fine, and other times it stopped working on 2010 through 2015, we're going to support, and Weaver 2, the free version, we're going to support, mainly because we use the Weaver 2 theme in a number of our SELCO sites, and WordPress themselves tend not to break their own product with their upgrades. They like to be backwards compatible. What we ran into was some of these themes were like college projects, and the people fell off the earth 5 versions ago. So if you are running one of the 2010, 20 through 2015 or Weaver 2, I will automatically upgrade you. The nice thing is that SiteGround, where we're hosted, has an auto update. So even I don't have to do anything. Anybody that's not in here, I pull that auto update off. If you have a premium theme, like Red Wing has Weaver 2 Premium Pro, I don't want to automatically update it, because if you need to update the theme, I don't know if you need to put in your key or whatever, and maybe it just allows you to upgrade it from a certain IP. So I will not auto update those. As far as plugins, I mean, this is the great thing about WordPress, right? I can put a plugin that does what I need it to do. We have a list of the supported plugins. So of course, we're going to not support any of the ones I wrote anymore. No? I expected a little more. No, so we will support the ones I wrote. We will support the security plugins that I install on everybody's. And Mike, as I have a little section just for Mike on our supported themes and widget page called Mikey's Favorites, because he comes up with some really good plugins, and then we get them out there in a few libraries, let them play test them, go through some upgrades. They don't break. They eventually become part of the supported ones. So if you're thinking you want some more functionality, at the end of this, I'll show you where these themes or these plugins are listed, or tell you how to get there. So if you are using unsupported themes or unsupported plugins, what we need to have happen, if they're just little plugins and that's it, 1 or 2, I will go ahead and do the upgrade of all the regular stuff. And then those plugins that are not supported, you will have to upgrade them yourself. Which is really easy now. You just go in there and you go update the plugin. If you have the themes, I won't do that with themes because I had those issues where I had to actually back some people, completely back level them back because their theme totally broke. So what I will do when I do the upgrade, or if you have a premium and you contact me about what we're going to do with this upgrade this weekend, is I will make a copy of your whole directory structure. So we have all of your files, all of your uploaded files, your plugins, your themes, and I'll zip that up and I will keep that. So if we have to go backwards, we can. And then what I will do is update. So I do this for every time I do a manual one. So, and SiteGround's automatic ones do this as well. And then we will update the core files, updated all the supported themes, and update all the supported plugins. With the non-supported, here's where the catch is. If you're using a non-supported theme or non-supported plugin and we do the upgrade and that functionality breaks, you will be responsible with going to the forums for that particular theme and seeing what the issue is. I will help, but I can't do that if we have, what, 27 libraries on WordPress. We have 8 instances or 9 instances of WordPress. If everybody does something different, I don't have the time to run down every bug on every plugin on every theme. So your choices then come to, if something is broken, do we roll back or do you dump that plugin or dump that theme and move to a supported one? One of the reasons we want you to contact me about doing your upgrade is so that I can do all the backups. And I'm available, because if things go south, most of our library, or most of our SELCO staff can't roll you back. So, and sometimes, I know, I forget which library particularly, we just moved to 2010. Chatfield, I think it was. She loved her theme. I loved her theme, but it was totally broke from 2 releases back. So we ended up rolling her to 2010, and she's still looking for a new theme. So if you want to see where the supported lists are, you go to the SELCO website, services, and library blog, and you'll see a supported themes and a supported plugin widget. So any questions? Donovan.
So we have a list of themes and plugins that we support, and we guarantee, or at least as close as we can, that those will work. Is that a static list, or are we looking to add to it as new themes and plugins come out?
So Donovan pointed out that his question is this list static on this website? No. If you can come up, I mean, the plugin one is definitely not static because Mike still makes library visits. So that one will continue to grow. Themes, the same thing. If you find a theme you like and try it, and if it's one that shows stability and a willingness to keep pace with WordPress, we can look at rolling that in. If it's got features that more and more libraries would like, we'll roll it into the supported ones. Any other questions? Yes?
I've been doing a lot of WordPress stuff at Elberly, and definitely not the supported theme stuff, and trying out lots of different plugins. And I'm having luck with quite a bit of stuff, and I think, like for example, we use Google Calendar on our current website. We haven't made a leap to a new theme that I'm working on, but Google Calendar looks really ugly, but it's user-friendly. And there's a couple plugins that I've found that take that Google Calendar data and then give you a really nice display that I think other libraries might possibly be interested in learning more about. If I share some of that information with you, is there some sort of, like other libraries are using this and they're having luck with, but we have no guarantees, but maybe kind of thing?
So less of a question, more of a statement, kind of a question is, and Albert Lee, you're Michelle? Yeah, I thought so. Michelle, as soon as she said, I'm from Albert Lee and I've done a lot of, you must be Michelle. Hi, Michelle. I originally, when we first started it, we started this core little impromptu or informal WordPress advisory. But what we have now is a forums that we do have a web category for. And that's where I would really, really love to see more activity from the users, from you guys, of saying, hey, I've tried this one, or I'm thinking of trying this one. Has anybody tried it and given up on it? Or tried it and had really good luck with it? And you can email me as well. But I would like to see more interaction. I know you guys do a lot more work with different themes and different plugins. There's a few others, and we have some that have customized, like James and Alice. We've got them doing, that brings up a point, that we have them doing child themes, because Alice, we kept losing her customization because I would forget that she did a couple of things, and then and the color off, and the fonts are off. And I was like, oh yeah. So with them doing child themes off a supported theme, that works great because I can upgrade the theme behind that without causing their customizations to be lost. So new themes, new plugins, we have that forums, forums.selco.info, and there's a web category. Great place to start active conversations amongst you and me, and between you guys. I'd love to see more action in there because there's tons of cool stuff. Real quickly, what to look for, and this kind of stuff actually translates from themes to plugins as well. When you're looking on the WordPress repository, which is where you probably should kind of stay, because those guys have to invest a certain amount of energy into getting into the repository. Plus, at the plugin level, or on the theme level, the code is looked at before it's entered into the repository. So there's no guaranteed adware in the bottom and stuff like that. So look for last updated. Make sure that it's relatively recent. WordPress recently got a nice banner that said, this theme or plugin has not been updated in, is it 1 year or 2 years? I think it's 2 years, yeah. In 24 months. Stay away from those because the people have gone on, moved on. They're not going to be updated. If something goes south, you're going to lose that theme and move to something else. So look for that. Look for the number of downloads. If they're large number of downloads, and you're looking at the ratings. So if the ratings are 4 and 5s, but there's only 6 people that downloaded, probably not as reliable as something that's been downloaded 100,000 times and still has a high 4.5, 5 rating. And then look for any theme that has a premium option, like Weaver and Weaver 2 Pro. If they have a premium option, they tend to keep both of them updated. Because if they got paying customers, they keep things updated. New functionality may not roll into the free one, but bugs and things and compatibility issues usually roll backwards. So here is the little checklist, and Tyler will be putting this up off the agenda so you don't have to madly scramble. Okay, any questions? Well, we'll see if we can get Randy and Mike into the last 15 minutes of battery life.